Hey, welcome guys to Savage Systems, where we're showing you guys how we're going from $0 complete fresh SaaS agency to 10,000 MRR in 30 days. We're documenting the whole entire journey, guys. So make sure you follow along. If you don't know anything about this stuff, guess what? You're in the right place to learn, because we are not filtering anything. We're going to be showing you guys exactly how we're going to build a GHL SaaS agency from 0 to 10K in MRR, right? So whether we get there or we're not, you guys are going to see it all. You're going to see raw. You're going to see what we're doing in the chats, what we're doing in the cold DMs, how we're getting traction for our business to get people noticed. People see us, right? And it's not hard things. This is 100% organic. We're not throwing anything paid in the first part of it. Like, we'll show you guys, like, hey, if once we start making some money, where are we putting that money towards? But I'm going to be showing you guys, again, some of the outreach that we're doing. And then also Cade is going to be showing you guys how we're building some of the systems, right? How we're mapping out the processes and all that stuff to manage every single bit of it, right? And guys, this is complete on the fly. It's not something that we like super prepared for, like right off the bat. We didn't create everything before. No, this is completely from scratch. So whether you know about GHL or you don't, hey, if you want to learn some cool systems, you guys make sure and follow along. We're going to hop into this video. Day one. Let's go, baby. All right, guys, welcome to Savage Systems. I'm super fired up, guys. Cade and I, my business partner, we're going to be showing you guys exactly how we're going to build an agency, $0 to $10,000 in MRR in 30 days. We're going to show you guys everything step by step in this series. So, hey, make sure you guys follow along, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be posting everything, right? All the details of exactly how to grow this thing organically. We both have done this before. And so what we're doing is we're just starting completely fresh, like 100% nothing, completely fresh, showing you guys exactly what to do. And the cool thing is you guys have access to all these tools. So this is really exciting to show. What we're going to do is we're going to show you guys, like, hey, let's see here, right here, our non-negotiables. And these are going to be our non-negotiables every single day, right? And I'm going to go through these, guys. Like, this is going to be something. And, you know, probably one of the most important things to know is we still run our business. We have other businesses too that we run every single day. So this is just something I want everybody to know, that this isn't something we're just clearing out the schedule and this is the only thing we're doing. No, this is on top of what we're doing already. Plus, I'm moving in the middle of this, so no excuses, right? But, you know, our non-negotiables are, we're going to be doing outreach every single day. We're going to be showing you guys how we're outreaching and then hitting people in the DMs, certain different things, like the real stuff, right? We're going to be recording every single day. There's going to be a vlog popping every single day. And then we'll also have like a recap at the end of the day, which you guys will see at the end of this video. What we're doing to grow the business, right? So I'll be doing a lot of the outreach and client acquisition. Kate's going to be kind of focused on doing these systems and showing you guys some cool things inside GHL, which is super awesome. Social content, we're going to post, obviously we post to our page every day, and then work out. Like, hey, we got to be savages, right? So, hey, we have to work out every single day. So that's just part of our thing. And really what it is, guys, is like, obviously we lift weights, we take care of ourselves, we drink lots of water and all that jazz. It's, hey, get moving, right? Like if you've never started on a kind of a fitness journey, like, hey, get out there and move for 30 minutes. Go walk for 30 minutes, you know? And then also some growth, development, personal growth. Like, we're big on that as far as, hey, listen to a podcast, read 10 pages in a book, whatever it is. But hey, these are going to be our non-negotiables every single day, right? 30 days straight, no breaks, the whole deal. Make sure you guys are following along on this. So first off, we're going to start is making a list of 100 different groups. We're going to focus on private groups, but public's okay. And then we're going to add 10 to our batch. And the cool thing is all this stuff that you guys are going to see, it's going to be in our tools. Like, it's going to be on the tools that we're going to share with you guys, so you guys can follow along and do this exact same thing. We're going to show you guys that it works. So excited to show you guys that. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our handy dandy Facebook. I know you guys have Facebook. So we're going to go to our Facebook, and then we're going to go over here and go to, let's see here. We're going to go to groups. And I'm already a part of a bunch of different groups, but that doesn't matter, right? Like, we're going to try to find some new groups. So our goal is we're going to find all the group names right here. We're going to post a link to the group. If we joined it, you know, if it's a private group, obviously you got to be let in, which is understandable, but we're going to be going after businesses. We don't necessarily have a niche exactly. We're going to be just kind of navigating a bunch of different niches. So the point is what we're going to be focused on is like how to start your GHL business, right? And we're going to be doing something very, very simple, a very low ticket item on how to get basically more reviews for small businesses. And this is going to be a very, very easy, low paying deal for the customer. But our goal is to get that, like, as you guys kind of see this progress, you'll see like how we're setting things up, what we're funneling them into, of course, low ticket. And that leads into other things because we're going to be doing some cool things on the back end to kind of nurture those people and upsell, right? It's all really about, of course, we all want to land like big, huge clients that sign big MRRs and all that stuff. But if you're just starting out, like you're just learning this stuff, it's okay. Like, hey, let's go after some of this small ticket. Let's get some results. Let's get some case studies. Let's get some things moving. That way people can, that way when you have that ecosystem of your people and they're following you, then you can talk about your different upsells. Like, hey, we're doing websites, we're doing marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads. We're also doing like systems internally. We do email campaigns, whatever it is, right? Chat bots, which is huge right now, massive. So we're going to be doing those are some of the upsells that you can sell these people later. You don't necessarily have to sell them on right now. We're just going to be going after a low ticket item. So first off is going to be going over to Facebook, and we're going to be punching in. Let's make sure my keyboard is attached here. Dog groomers, right? Dog groomers group. Hey, look, there's obviously there's some public ones. There's a Houston dog groomers group. So we'll just start going through and joining these, but we're going to document everything. Like, it's important that we document everything. You guys are going to get all these resources. It's like, all right, cool. I'm going to pop in this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to post it. The link to the group's going to be right here. Dog groomers group. Boom. Joined. This is a public group. Oh, we spelled public wrong. Hey, that's another thing too, is like, I want you guys to know, like, there's nothing perfect about us, right? Barely graduated high school. We've only been to like a couple months of college, all that stuff, but we've built some really cool businesses. So like, that's another thing too, is nothing's been given to us. Everything we built has been completely from scratch. We don't have rich parents or anything like that, right? So a couple of the businesses, and we'll talk more about that in the other videos, as far as a couple of the businesses that we built have been from scratch, right? So learning certain cool techniques, like learning stuff that you guys are learning right now on how to grow your business, grow your GHL business. Your SaaS business is huge, right? So we got the first one right there. Let's see here. We got the first one right there, status joined. And then we're going to continue to kind of go down. And what we're going to do is, the best thing is to open these, like, hey, this is in Oklahoma. So let's try to find some ones that have maybe a few more people in them. Oklahoma dog groomers. Let's see here. Place for Oregon. We're going to try to join that. Are you a professional dog groomer? This one's going to be probably pretty hard. So let's skip that one. We're not going to do that one. We're going to cancel requests. Go back to our groups here. Alabama. Let's see. Long Island. Training.uk. Dog groomers share tips and tricks. That's a private group. Cool. 41,000 members. You can get some action going on there. Under a comb attachments. Ooh, I don't know the answer to this one, but we can put Oklahoma. What size blade do you use under a comb attachment? You know what? What we can do is we can do this. We'll screenshot this. We'll come over to ChatGPT. You guys, if you ain't using ChatGPT, it's everything. What is the correct answer to this? Boom. Let's see if we can find an answer. A number 30 blade. All right, perfect. So we're going to go back over here. Where did it go? A 30 blade. I'm a grooming student. I agree with the rules. Like, we're not going to be, the thing is, in about these groups, we're going to be posting lots of valuable business tips, things like that. So that may or may not be a good one, but we're going to find out, right? Let's see here. New tab. I'm going to copy that link. Put it right there. Boom, boom, boom. So you guys get the idea on how we're going to be doing this. So what you want to do is you guys want to private. You guys want to go through and get in as many groups as you can. The private groups are probably the better ones, but this could be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be dog grooming. It can be HVAC. It can be plumbing. It can be electricians, whatever it is. Like, that's the most important part, is you want to make your list of 100, 100, because we're going to be working on these. Not only are we going to be doing 100, we're also going to be adding 10. Let's see, on this one, we're going to be adding 10. Let's look at the non-negotiables really quick. We're going to be adding plus adding 10 every single day. So adding 10 to each batch. So a way when we go around and work on that same batch, we've added one more in there. So over time, over 30 days, what is that? 10 times 30, that's another 300. Is that right? We're going to be adding another 300. That sounds about right. Yeah. We're going to be adding 300 groups into this, and I'll be showing you guys kind of some more on how, like, the next steps are, like, once we get, like, I'm going to go through, and you guys get the idea, right? If you have any question about that, like, leave a comment below. I'll go through it with you, but that's how we're just getting into groups, right? And again, it doesn't have to be, you want to focus on kind of like business pages and things like that, kind of niche. If you want to pick down some niches, it's not a bad idea. Like, we do suggest, hey, to kind of niche down, but just remember, like, try to keep it in your country, or focus on people that you want to do business with in a certain country. If you're out of country, it's fine. Like, focus on the United States, whatever it is. The great thing is GHL matches up to all that stuff, and you can do business with people in the United States. Let's see here. Dog Groomers Unlimited. That's a public one. That's okay. We'll open a new tab here. So invite link. Go back to our deal. Is there a link to the group? On unlimited dog groomers, folks. Let's see here. What do we put on this one? Oh, we join automatically. Shisheen, because it's a public group. So you guys get the idea on that. So what I'm going to do right now is just kind of speed it up and go through and fill that out. And then I'll come back to you guys and then show you guys like what we're doing in those groups to just add certain value, certain things like that. So, but I'm going to show all that stuff. So you guys hang tight and we'll come right back to this. All right, guys, here. Next, what we're going to do is I showed you, we went ahead and filled this out, right? And so the best thing, obviously, to do this is you want to get the group name and then the link to the group. Whether it's public or private, sorry, we can't spell public. We're just normal people. Whether we're joined pending and all that stuff. You might have to, just this first list, you guys want to make sure and just like hammer this thing out and really just get into some groups. And then we're going to go over to like our non-negotiables, right? We're going to find 10 comments in any post and 10 reply comments. So I'm going to go on my first group. I've already clicked it. Let's see here, dog groomers group. And, we're just going to find some posts and add some value, right? So, like, let's see here. I'm a home-based business salon. I don't give out my address unless you book with me. Wait a second. So she does, like, dun, dun, dun. I've been doing. She might be using some type of app or something like that for, I guess, booking. But let's see if there's any information. I'm going to see if you have license to trial, you've been growing, blah, blah, blah. She's still doing this through email, which is crazy. You know what I mean? So this is something that we could probably go into. I know this is a big group and this one is a public group, but it's okay. Like, we really want to get in the private groups, which I've added a bunch of private groups also. And so as you kind of learn how to get into the private groups, you can do that. But you want to find posts just like this and say, this, I see. This is crazy. Like, We can just say, hey, this is crazy. You want to say something about like getting away from email and using a booking system, because that's what we sell, guys, is a booking system. Say this is crazy. Surprise. Don't emails back and forth. Whoa, let's see here. I want to say something like, dude, these people are wild. Something like, people are wild. Let's see. That's what we get. That's what we get. Dealing with the great public. Don't have a feature on your app. Say like, oh, that would help a ton. Possibly keep the crazies out. Crazies out. Crazies out. So we're going to take that. Obviously, we posted that. Sometimes, let's see here. We're going to copy the link and go throw it in our... You guys are going to get a form with this too. So obviously, like the group name, the link to the group. And this is for batch 1. And this is a comment. And link to last post. There we go. Link to last post. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Short answer. We're going to write a short answer right here. Where's this at? Hold on. This thing isn't working. Hold on just a second, y'all. All right, we're back on here. All right, we got to make sure that we have the form set up correctly. So it's all set up correctly now. So I do have the link to that group. Obviously, the link to the group, and then the name. We're going to like this too. We're going to... Come on now. We're going to hot. Dog groomers group. Boom. We're going to go to our form. Group name. This is a part of batch 1. This was a comment and link to last post, which we already, whoops. Let's see here. Link to last post is right there. You're going to add your link to last post. There we go. Share, copy link. Boom. Boom to the last post. Link to the group. We're obviously going to include that, which we can get that actually right here. Copy. Go right here. Link to the group. And submitted by me. So obviously this is something that we're going to include for you guys. That way you guys can track all this stuff. It's going to be really important. Just going to submit that. And then we're just going to keep going, right? Keep going and going. So looking at our non-negotiables, we need to do 10 comments on any posts and then get in the comments and actually respond to some replies, right? So you guys want to track all that. Like it's really important that this obviously holds you accountable. for doing the work. We want to do the work every day. So, yeah, we'll make sure we'll do that, and then we'll move on to the next thing here. So if you guys, make sure you guys understand that. Obviously, leave a comment below if you do have any questions on that. We're going to be providing these resources down below too as well. So, alrighty. So just remember on your batch, you guys can use, obviously we're doing those 10 comments, right? Which I'll do that value post one here in just a second. We're doing the 10 comments on any post, 10 responses. That could be anywhere in your batch, right? You have that one batch. So it could be any of these, any of your number one batches, what you're going into. So if you do see another post like you want to comment on or something like that, you can say, hey, this makes me nervous, but you're doing an awesome job. Just adding value, right? We just need to add value. So that might not be the best one. We might need to find something that, let's see here. How did I do? Let's do first groom. Need event. Sorry, need event. Every groomer is different when it comes to double breeze. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see here. Just wondering how people in position find clients. You don't have any clients. Like, this is a really good one, right? How difficult it is. How long did it take you to have consistent bookings? So this would be a good one. Congrats on starting your own business, right? I'm looking to open and operate in the next few weeks. Just wondering how other people position find clients. We usually find clients. Presence. Let's see here. Presence. Not presence. Presence. Website. Google. Business. Profile. Some way to, and posting on social media. So just something like that, right? You guys just want to add a value. You want to find probably ones that are not anonymous participants. Sometimes these people are new and they're kind of scared to post whatever. Like, hey, this is still a good one. Like, we're still going to comment this. And obviously, like, document the whole thing, right? So we're going to go copy link. Submit another response. This is going to be linked to the post. It's going to be a comment. And this is still part of one. We're going to go to we have the link to that dog groomers again right here. Copy. And the group name is Dog Groomers Group. Obviously, that stuff is right here as well, too. Copy. Post. All right, so we got that in, submitted by me. And boom. And we're going to keep doing that, right? We have 8 more to go. And so like I said, guys, this is something that you want to be consistently doing. This is every day. This is a non-negotiables for us. That's how we win. This is how we're going to get noticed in groups and build that trust with people. That way, when we're having those conversations, when we're kind of getting them interested, like, hey, we we help by doing this, or we do that, something along those lines then that's when people start reaching out. Like, hey, you can reach out to me, like, happy to help you set up your stuff or whatever. That's how we're going to get clients. So we'll continue to do this, guys. This is just another example of a group that you might join that you're like, oh, cool, this might be a good one. This is the problem with some of the public groups is sometimes people are like just posting equipment for whatever thing it is, and that's all that's posted, right? You probably want to replace this group. Like, the chances of you getting clients out of here, probably not that good. I mean, it still could happen, right? But don't like double down on this. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to post 10 comments here for my daily duties and try to get some customers. So, yeah. Kind of the same thing here is what we see is, just a lot of posting and you might see some, hey, I'm new to the group, I'm for it. Hey, awesome, great. This is probably something you could comment on. Obviously, we want to look for business owners. So you might have to consistently kind of look for different groups, which remember we're adding 10 groups every day, to make sure that we have groups to go into to talk about certain things, to comment, to like all the non-negotiables every single day. So the next thing that I want to show you guys is this really, really cool tool that we have. It is called Group Scout. It is an extension here, and you can say add my groups. And it's going to scan all your groups, and you can search by keywords, all the groups that you've joined, right? Like once you get your big list and you're starting to work these different batches and everything, you can use Group Scout to, hey, scan my groups, show list. Boom, we have all these lists. So what we can do is we can search HVAC. Oh, wait, let's see here. 394, that's our new one because we just jumped into a bunch of them. So HVAC, we can go through here and select all. Add selected to a folder. Oh, first let's create a folder. HVAC. And we're going to add these selected to a folder, HVAC. And then what we can do is we can go over here to Search Manager, and we can, let's see here. Oh, wait, go to Search Manager. Start search, add group link. Import links from folder, HVAC. Oh, we added all these, all these let's see, HVAC different ones, right? So what you can do is you can type in keywords like help or marketing. Start search. And what this tool does is it's pretty amazing. It's going to go through and through all the groups that you choose that you've joined. You can type in marketing, for example, and it's going to scan every single group that you have in this for anybody that mentions marketing or help, or, there's several different keywords that we use to look for people, and we can respond to the comments almost immediately. So this will just take like a few minutes here. All right, see, with Group Scout, what we did is we typed in like help for an example. This is just a small example, okay? And so what it does is it goes through all your groups, and it's going to find out different posts, and you'll be able to click on them, right? Hey, my rent, let's see here. Please tell me general. All right, please help me share my business. All right, let's check this out. Help me share my business. Hey, this is somebody you could spark up a conversation with, like, hey, how are you? Learn about their business. Go to their business page. Comment on something, which I'll talk about that in the other posts as well. But that's just another good example that we're using Group Scout, and we can actually comment from the show post, right? Go in here, hey, please help me share my business. So you don't even have to go to the webpage to even look to see what it says. Then you can say, hey, Heather, so-and-so, and then click send. The other cool thing is you can actually do GPT responses. You can hook up your GPT to, and actually several different LLMs to this, to where it'll automatically generate responses. So that's just another cool way that we are helping scan through groups to find certain keywords, to find customers for you, right? So let's keep moving on. Another tip too is we want to be really genuine on these things, right? We really want to take the time to, for example, this guy said, hey, I'm getting ready to go out on my own. I have a lot of potential large clients. In y'all's experience, should I take them out on hire 4 or 5 guys, or should I take on a one-man show? I've heard a lot of people saying they made more money just a one-man show, but they did blah, 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 all this stuff, right? So you guys don't be afraid to do this. Like, just to give you an idea, I wouldn't copy and paste, but like you take that screenshot, go over here, go to ChatGPT, create me a good response that adds value and makes me look like an expert. And so, again, you don't have to do this all the time. This is just a good idea on how you can respond. I'll just give you some ideas on how to respond, right? Man, this one that crossroads, blah, blah, blah. You guys, go through this. You want to remove the M dashes, okay? Like, they're going to know emojis and M dashes are going to know it's ChatGPT. But also, it's like, go through and just kind of scan this and just rewrite it in your own terms, right? And then kind of like, and then ask a question. We always kind of like ask a question too, as far as like, hey, what system are you thinking about using? So another good tip, right? This is in the comments and likes on all the different posts. So real quick on this post is what I did is I went to ChatGPT. Hey, I told it to dumb it down a little bit, right? But what I did is I went over and copied and pasted it here, but I kind of wrote it in my own way, right? So for us, it's like, man, I've seen a lot of guys jump too fast and regret it. Good thing is you can get good at managing people. It takes practice and experience, right? We've grown several companies, starting with one person, growing to multiple employees. The biggest part is having systems and processes in place as you grow, showing that, hey, that's what we do. CRM and online presence, people will look you up, right? Happy to share more details if you want to know more. Boom, post. So we can take, let's see here. Whoops. Come on, Facebook. Oh, let's see where. Justin's post right here. Where's the copy link? It's around here somewhere. But we're going to put that in our form, right, to make sure that we're tracking every single thing. I want to show you guys this next one that, as I'm kind of working through this stuff, right, we're still on batch 1. We're still adding comments, liking, all that good stuff is, boom, we pop in a group, right? Anyone else having Google business suspension? I'm not having any luck getting active. It tends to appeal. Anyone use companies advertise, they can get 100% active. You guys, this is a really good opportunity to come in as a comment and just add value. Like, hey, we own several businesses, and then we're also, we work to help, fix this. So just add value, right? And it's like, hey, let me know if I can help, right? It's super simple. It's not hard. You're building kind of credibility in some of these groups. So that's why we make the list, and we're going back like every week and checking and making sure that, hey, and obviously you guys are going to be working this stuff completely outside of, your go-tos every single day. So you're going to be getting responses to different things. And so as it kind of snowballs, you're going to get busy. But here's the thing, we're going to get where we need to get. And obviously we haven't even did the 10 valuable comment posts yet. So we're going to be working on that here in just a second. So just to show you guys really quick, I know we're training, but we're getting some live good footage, right? This guy had an issue with his Google Business profile. Hey, I've got, yeah, man, this is no fun. They've really been cracking down on this. I have a few resources I can see you to help. He's just sending my way. Shot him a DM. Luckily, I did have a mutual friend with them, but hey, that's not going to happen, okay? But I said, hey, let's set something up. That way I can at least look at your Google Business profile. We do have some links that we can send to help with that, which is good, to help them properly appeal and all that jazz. So just another good example of like, hey, even though I'm just showing you guys, like we're doing this live, like this is how we're live. We're obviously going to talk about our business and ask some questions about his business when we can get on a call or whatever it is. So things like this are really, really important. Another quick thing you guys are going to run into is as you start getting into these groups and responding to different people, your feed on your Facebook, you guys, this is your business, okay? So you got to treat it like your business. Your feed is going to be blasting with all sorts of posts. So make sure, don't get caught scrolling too much, but go through and check some of that stuff. You're going to see a lot more of it. Right? So you want to be able to respond like, hey, how much does everyone usually spend on marketing? Boom, this is something that we could comment on. Something's like $0. $200 most on Google. Whatever. Hey, this is something that we can add value to, right? So that's a great example. And obviously we want to make sure and fill out the form like, hey, this is something that we're doing to make sure that we're holding ourselves accountable. Woo! All right, so showing like this, like I was just talking about the feed, right? Well, if you don't know something, go put it in ChatGPT. And seriously, hey, what percentage of revenue is best to spend on marketing for a small HVAC company, right? 5 to 7% of annual revenue, or 8 to 12% of revenue if you're trying to scale fast, grow market share, all that stuff, right? So we're going to put something along those lines, and then also, just add some value to the post. And we're going to make sure we document it, right? So this is just another good example of, hey, in your feed, you're finding something. If you don't know the answer, guys, use ChatGPT, but don't copy and paste, okay? Remember, we want to rewrite this in our own words. So we're going back and scanning some of our groups from batch 1, just looking at some previous posts, right? Like even somebody posted about designing a website, I'll do it for free, right? So that means this group is pretty receptive to certain things. You just have to have a good offer, right? And I think the goal here is remember we talk about this, is just adding tons and tons of value to the group, right? That 10 posts that we're going to be doing each batch for every week, right? It's going to be like, you're going to pick obviously 10 10 different posts to add value, right? It can be one post across 10 different groups, but this kind of shows signs, this group shows signs of like, hey, they're interested in certain things. This even lady, like if you look right here, let's see here, what did she say? What did somebody say? Me, but I'll pay, right? Even somebody's like, hey, have some self-respect, or have some respect, guys, pay yourself some worth. That's where they're bringing in the kind of clients you wish to attract. Great point, right? So this is another good example. So here's another post. I'm scanning through groups, right? Going to comment. We're almost finished commenting, right? So I'm not trying to get like religious at all with you guys, but like, hey, this is a good example for me. I am. So, hey, somebody says, go to church. Amen to this. God's watching you. Quote that full system replacement when it's just an $800 repair. That's a good way to get like, I'm not trying to use that as to get traction, but like in reality, guys, in HVAC, I know for sure HVAC, because we have HVAC clients, is there's people out there that are replacing full units when it's just an $800 repair. So we're adding good like value because I want to add value, and I truly believe that. So we're not being fake here, we're being real. So you guys make sure you're being real on your posts. Like, we're out here to help the people, and people are going to recognize that you're helping them. So yeah. So being added to groups, right? Sometimes they have an automated like, hey, let's welcome our new members. I just posted a real quick meme of like, hey, that's me, right? Just so people know who I am, whatever. But we're going to continue to add value. Like, I'm going to show you guys here in just a little bit of the value posts and across a couple different groups. Yeah. All right, guys, the work is real. Okay, so right now we're going to go and we're going to create. This is something, I'll tell you guys, this is something you want to create your lists and get your list dialed in before, not really before you start doing this, like as I would say, as you're kind of doing it, like we've been packed on a lot of work our first day. And so that's okay, right? That's part of the gig. But right now I'm creating the list of all the different pages. So what I'm doing here is I am just going over here to the wonderful Facebook, right? Super easy. And then going to pages. And then type in HVAC, right? Just for example, HVAC. I'm going to type that in. We'll go down here to go to pages. And location, we'll just put Oklahoma City just because that's where I'm at right now. And we're going to go through a bunch of these that maybe just have not a whole bunch of followers. And that's where we're going to start posting. As you guys remember, is the non-negotiables, right? We're going to do 20 touch points of one like and one comment using Facebook or Instagram, right? Check and see if they have an Instagram too. And then we're going to fill out the form on every single one that we do for that. But first, you want to make that big list, right? That 100 Facebook IG business pages. And then we're going to add 10 every single day. So that's going to grow massively. So the whole point of this is, man, you're going to get your Facebook, like I talked about earlier, your Facebook is going to be blown up. Your feed's going to be just blown up. People are going to be commenting. You guys just make sure you're leaving good value posts. And that's really the key to this thing. And so remember, that's how we're going to grow this thing to 10,000 MRR in 30 days. Let's go, baby. We're just showing you guys the actual work, what it really takes to do this stuff. So we're going to be giving you guys these tools as well. So I'm just fired up to continue to show that stuff with you guys. Also, we got to do the value posts. And then we're going to start doing, and then the Facebook business pages. So remember, we are focused on getting clients for reviews, right? That's our whole thing, is doing our small package of getting more reviews for them. So what we're doing is when we're going through and searching through these businesses, like we found this one right here, right? We just typed in HVAC. We found it. He's only got 13 followers. But when we try to go look at Google, if he does have a Google business, it might be this, and it's not listed the same, which is not good. That's not good for SEO and all that stuff. He's under 79 reviews. That means he can use more reviews. We're really focused on, we're going to be, focused on the businesses, these business pages that have less than 100 reviews. We'd like to stay under 50, but hey, if they have under 100 reviews, then these are definitely people that we're going to be engaging with every single week, going on their posts, looking at all that stuff. So this one's a good one. This is totally a good one. We're going to put this one on the list. So it does take a little bit of time to build this list, guys, but just be really diligent, like be hardcore, like take this stuff seriously. So we'll just keep pushing along. All right, guys. So we put together our post. Remember, we're going after reviews for businesses to get them more reviews, to get them more business, which is great. And we'll talk a little bit more about that on the offer and everything. But here's just a post that I made, right? Hey, here's your sign to get more reviews for your business, whether it's a QR code sitting on your front counter or a text message to the client asking. This helps build trust, boost your visibility, boost and bring you more work. Yeah, it's 100% free. Most people check reviews before calling your business. If you don't have many or none, they will pick the next person or business. Start today by asking every happy customer to leave you a review about their experience. We're just posting value, right? We're just posting this in the group of the batch of, the first batch of all of them, right? Hey, thanks for your post. It's been submitted to a group for admins and approval. We actually just posted one a second ago and it got approved, right? So I think as long, the biggest thing, as long as you're not like selling anything or CTAs or a call to action or anything like that, guys, this is just posting value. We want to get known in these groups because remember, we're going to be coming back next week and getting in the groups again and doing the same thing. So remember, it needs to be kind of tied to your offer. It's really important. So we'll just keep plugging along here. I'm going to post this in 10 different groups and we'll move on to the next section here. We just had another one approved. I'm going to continue to keep posting guys in these group guys. So we're just adding value. Remember, as an owner of these groups, you have to think like, what are these people trying to accomplish? And we're just trying to accomplish visibility of people knowing who we are, because I'll talk a little bit about that maybe today or tomorrow about how I have my personal profile set up to make sure people are like wondering like, oh, this guy's giving good value, I'm gonna go click on his profile, and that way they know who we are, right? And then as we continue to build traction in the groups and give good advice and everything like that, then that's when people start reaching out, right? And you're able to kind of nurture that relationship. And see, we got approved for one of the groups that we were trying to get into just a little bit ago. So we got approved for getting in there. So, which is great. We'll just keep plugging along. All right, guys. So we just have next is we're just going through and adding business pages, right? So we've already added a few with link to the page. We'll go back and touch these, right? And then we're going to add some more, which is cool. So pretty simple. Let's see here. HVAC, let's say air conditioning. Pages. Oh, let's probably try to say, you'll have to choose a couple towns maybe around you or different areas. Whatever, 913 followers. Pronto. Let's get Pronto. These guys are probably pretty busy, but we're going to check them out really quick. Pronto, they have 366 Google reviews. They're kicking butt. Let's see here. We'll go to... These guys only have 3 followers. Man, not even a post yet. Where are you at, dude? He doesn't have anything at all. He's going to be a good one. Well, he's going to be a good reach out. So this is, even though he doesn't have any posts, maybe this is something that we can just like cold DM, like, hey, how's business going? Something along those lines. So we're still going to throw him in here. Whoops. Oh boy. See, I told you guys, anybody can do this. TLC, we're going to copy his page. Boom. So just keep doing that, going through and finding these AC guys. Oh, let's see, Gonzalez. I think did we already have Gonzalez up there? I think Gonzalez. We need to put Gonzalez in there. Gonzalez needs our help, y'all. But what we're gonna do is go through and like and comment on his posts. And that's going to be that batch, and then every week. But every day we're going to add like an extra 10. Not only are we going to go through our batch that we have to do, we're going to add an extra 10. So this is going to grow massively. But people are going to know who you are. This is what the whole point of this is, like crazy traction, guys. We've only been doing this just for a few hours today. And I've been having to, in between, like comment and like and do some things that people replied to. So just know that this can get crazy really fast, and we're going to show all this to you. So I'm really just kind of pumped to see how this goes, because right now, guys, it's 30 days. We got 30 days to go to 10,000 MRR, which is super fire. I'm super fired up to be showing you guys that. So we'll keep plugging along here. Just showing you guys another one here that we just found on Facebook, right? He's got 145 followers, maybe one, but went ahead, punched him in Google. He's got 5 Google reviews. This guy definitely needs some help, right? This is going to be one that obviously he's like posting very rarely. Super rarely, but we'll be able to comment on some of his stuff, even some previous stuff, because it's going to show up as notifications in his profile, and then we'll be able to he'll be able to see that, like, oh shoot, TJ keeps commenting, like, yep, that's me, dude. So obviously just keeping them on their toes. Let's keep plugging along here. All right, guys, so we have this list ready to, we got kind of our first batch here right now, right, with all of our Facebook pages. Kind of got those locked in. I was punching them on Google just to see how many reviews they have. There's some people that are kicking butt, and there's some people that absolutely aren't. So we're trying to find a couple businesses. There's a couple of businesses that are a little bit older. They haven't posted in a while, but that's okay. We're still going to try to see if they're still around, if you will. We did check them on Google. Some of them are like active or whatever it is. So we're going to try to get them on the Facebook. So what we're doing on the Facebook is, let's see here where it is. Hey, cool. I like the post. Hey, I'm excited to see people are using these more and more here in Oklahoma regarding the mini splits, right? So I posted that. I'm going to share, copy link to post with interacted. This is batch 1. Link to the page, which I already have the link to the pages right here. We're going to copy. Boom. Page name. We still got that right over here too. Red Dirt HVAC. Boom. Boom. All right. Submitted by. It's either me or Cade right now, but it's me. Let's go. Submitted, right? So we're going to do 20 of these really quick. So I'll show you guys another one really quick. We're going to say submit another response. And we're going to go in here. Actually, let's go right here. HVAC Services of Oklahoma. We're going to click on their Facebook, get them pulled up, get rid of some of these other ones. HVAC Services. This one might not be one. Actually, this one looks new, right? They might have a bunch of customers. Hey, it doesn't matter. They're March 1st or whatever. So we're just going to like and just be like, you know, the hair. Let's see, what should we put? The hair is good. See, they don't have a lot of posts, so probably this might not be one you want to use because you want to find something that's relevant. But we're just going to go ahead and post on this one anyways. Like, you know, again, try not to be like, oh yeah, I did this, right? You know, we're probably going to add another one besides this one too. These guys just might be new, which is okay. But we're still going to post something like, hey, here's, looks cool. See what I did there? This one's kind of a BS post, nothing really important, but I'm still going to log it, even though, okay, we're going to go share, copy link, boom, batch 1, link to the page, boom, boom, and the page name is HVAC Services of Oklahoma. Whoops. Let's copy this right here. Boom, just like that. Submitted by me. Submit. All right, and we're just going to keep going. Let's do another one here. I think Parker. Yeah, Parker, they're active. You know, it's like, man, it's really cool that you include your dog. Boom. Even though they upgraded their, yep, he's at a Gmail, right? So like people like this is for future things, right? We're going to focus on reviews for this guy, but when we pop in here and go look at, whoops, like, I don't even think he doesn't even have a Google business profile, right? But if he has a list of customers, that is really good. We can get him on our plan. Remember, we're selling that 20 or it's $47 to go in and get some reviews for his business, right? But he's going to find out, I'm like, dude, why don't you have a Google business profile? So those are going to lead to other services, right? This is a really, really good opportunity of what we need to do. So we have, we left a comment, right? Let's see here. Oh, Mr. Cade. So we left a comment. So you guys want to make sure and log that in the form. That way you're keeping track of all this stuff. This is stuff we're doing every single day, man. This is going to be crazy, right? It's going to be awesome. I'm pumped. We're still in day one. We're still finishing up. We're going to get some stuff done here in just a little. I'm going to kind of finish this up, and then we're going to wrap the day up. Day one, kicking butt, y'all, because we're savages. Let's go. All right, guys, we got that all patched up, ready to go. The first batch completed, went through and obviously filled out the list, caught all their Facebook profiles, and the date we interacted. These guys didn't have a post, but we did DM them just to see if they're still in business, which is fine. And just remember that you need to go through and kind of fine tune this list, right? It's not going to be perfect like the first time that you go through everything. Everybody's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. I want you to spend time to really get this defined list on the people that we need to be going after. Like we did see some guys that do have 3,500 reviews, right? They're not going to necessarily need our services. Not yet anyways. Now it could lead to some other big packages and bigger future things with ads and all that fun stuff. But you know, what we're doing is we're focused on businesses to get them more reviews, right? Get them more reviews, use their customer list to get them more reviews. So that's what we're building out, and just excited to share you guys with this. This is just day one. Day one. Day one's completed. Excited. You guys will see the recap here in and right after this, right? Kate and I will just be talking about our day to day, right? What day one looked like and kind of some of the things that we got done. So excited to share with you guys this. We'll see you guys at the end video here, and then stay tuned for day two. You guys make sure and hit that subscribe, like button. Shoot some comments below. I know if you're gonna have some questions, man, you guys ask those in the comments. But other than that, we'll see you guys soon.
Hey, what's up, guys? So day one here for me, I'm going to walk you through basically the process that I go through when building out different systems for the actual business to run and operate. So whether that's for lead gen, marketing, sales, customer onboarding, the product itself, what we always do, and this is just what I've learned through building multiple companies, is that you have to take some time to like think through and map out the different aspects of the business. So you got to map out your marketing or your customer acquisition, basically how you're going to get your name out there, right? You have to make sure you have your product that you're going to sell. What are you going to sell? You got to have your sales system. How do you follow up with people? What's your sales training look like, right? All those different things that kind of fall under these categories. And then as well as your actual fulfillment and customer onboarding system that you're putting in place. Now, we're building this out from scratch, and I have this built out, and I'm just going to walk you through some of this and why we build this out the way we're building it. Now, keep in mind, this is not the actual build out of the internal systems. Okay, what this is a map, just kind of showing the overall flow of what we are going to send people through. Now, keep in mind, there will be different things that take place in the background and automations that happen at different stages of these flows, right? So we'll start over here with like lead gen and sales. So this is where like our marketing and sales kind of come into play here. And so we're going to be doing two different strategies here in terms of sending traffic to a landing page to purchase a product, as well as sending traffic to schedule a call, right? So whether that's a landing page, where they can schedule a call, or just scheduling a sales call straight from the DMs, which you're going to see TJ doing that side of things. I'm just going to show you essentially the flow of what we're working on and building out, and then how things are going to kind of progress. But then also too, we have mapped in here how we're going to include paid traffic once we actually start getting some customers in the door. So you'll see right here for the sales page. Now, we don't have the sales page built out yet. It is in progress. It's something that we're working on, but keep in mind, this is day one, right? So we're doing a lot of the foundational pieces around like, okay, what are we selling? We're going to start with selling review system to local businesses. It's a simple thing that can be sold to any business. And then of course, obviously we do have other things that we know how to do, such as marketing and things like that, that we can upsell. But our goal is to get our foot in the door. So one of the things we'll be selling, of course, is the review system. And so we can send people to a landing page, and everything we're doing right now is 100% organic. We will not be doing any paid traffic until we start getting some sales and actually have some revenue that then we can push back into generating some traffic. So right now the flow is 100% organic. So what we'll be doing is, we will have a website up eventually, or a sales page. People can fill out a contact us form, or we'll just send them straight to a sales page directly for the service. Now, the other thing we're going to be doing, affiliates or strategic partnerships, where we find people that would be open to and willing to help promote the service and product that we're pushing. We're also going to be setting up some cold email. Now, the beautiful thing about this part is cold email can be automated, especially on the outreach. And even with AI today, you can build out AI systems in the background. Now, high level specifically is not built for cold outreach. So keep that in mind. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up an innate-in automation for the cold email outreach to start. And showing you how we're going to be using like the actual business email tied in with a spreadsheet where we just add leads to it, and then it will send roughly 30 to 40 emails per day spread throughout the day. And then how we'll manage that too. So we'll show how we get that built out as we go through, these days as we're building things out. Now, what you're probably going to be seeing TJ do a lot of in the beginning is using Facebook and social medias, Facebook groups, etc. Now, along the way, we'll also be creating some content for the page, helping answer questions for local businesses, putting it on our socials, and using that as another way to build authority and drive traffic to us also. So anyways, to starting out organic, right, we send them to a sales page. And then if they go to checkout, right, if they abandon cart, we'll send them through abandoned cart email sequence. If they purchase at any point in time, right, then it would send them through the next steps, which is the welcome email, onboarding pipeline, all the onboarding steps that are going to have to be built out. Again, that will be mapped out separately. This is just the flow. And then if they came from an affiliate sale, because we find some affiliates that we can partner with to push the product or service, obviously we would credit that back, make sure we track it as an affiliate sale, etc. And then if not, right, it'd just be a normal sale. And then they go into our email list along with starting the onboarding process. Now, once we get to the point where we have some revenue coming in from the cold outreach and organic traffic we're doing, then we can start to push that money back into actual ads to help speed up the process of growing the business. Now, you'll see here that, of course, if we can run paid ads, and then that can send them right through here. And then if they don't purchase, or they come through here, or even if they come here through organic methods and don't buy, we can then push that traffic right back to paid, and we can retarget them. So that's the nice thing about ads. So ads really do help scale things, but we got to get those first dollars coming in, and that's going to be done right here in organic, and then pushing them through this process. Now, the other side is maybe you aren't sending them to a checkout page. Maybe you need to get on a sales call with them, because maybe you're selling like AI agents or something, or maybe you're selling, maybe you've built a very specific workflow snapshot automation that's geared towards an industry to help that industry and the problems that industry has. So maybe you're a little bit higher ticket, or maybe you're an agency selling marketing, or something like that, where then you're using high level on the back end to manage lead nurture in different aspects of their business there. So anyway, so maybe you're pushing traffic to, again, a sales page. Very similar process, right? Or not a sales page, sorry, but a booking page, similar process. It's just going to go, you have your organic options. We push them to a calendar page or a booking page instead of a sales page where they buy. They just schedule an appointment. But keep in mind, you don't have to send them to an actual booking page. You can schedule that call. If you're talking to someone in DMs or something, you can schedule that call as well, right? So same process though. If they go through and say they don't actually fill out the the form to actually book their appointment, but maybe what they do is they start to fill it out, but they don't complete it. Well, now that High Level has the create contact, even if the form's not submitted, it's wonderful because now you can dump them as long as you have their email or phone number, as long as they get that part done, right? You can dump them into an automation now to do this. And then same thing, if they come through and again, like if they don't schedule, right? Once we get to the point of being able to do paid ads, then we can run retargeting. If they do schedule, we run them through, they get the confirmation email, we run them through our appointment workflows. Again, if it came because an affiliate pushed the lead to us, same thing, we tag it as an affiliate, etc. So that's kind of, again, this looks very simplistic, right? This is just a flow of how we're going to start things out. And again, as you start to grow your business, this will begin to adapt and change, and it will start to grow. And you might even find some stages where you might be like, you know what, we can pull this part out, right? We don't really need that anymore. So this, keep in mind, is just the foundation. We're starting here. This will grow, this will develop, this will change over time, especially as the business changes and different aspects become involved. But then from here, we'll move over, again, customer onboarding process, a very simple flow here. Customer submits their onboarding form, notifies the team, moves stuff over to ClickUp. We're going to be using ClickUp for actual project and task management, just because High Level is not really built for that. Making sure we send the customer any next steps. So if the customer, for what we're doing, has some things that we need them to do, we're creating videos, right? So part of this process is making videos that the customer can view along the way, if there's setup, et cetera, that we need them to do. Because ultimately what we want is we want to provide a good experience, but we also want to make sure that we're optimizing time and resources. And if you're doing an onboarding call for everything, that's not always the most optimal thing to do. Now, if you're charging very high ticket, sure, that's great. You're a white glove service in that regards, but maybe you're selling a lower ticket item and you don't want to have to get on calls because a call might take 30, 45 minutes to an hour every single time. Well, now that time is being eaten up when it could be something that's very simple for someone to do, such as just filling out some information. So, again, this is just there's no right or wrong, but for what we're going to be starting with the review system, we're going to have some videos with some next step stuff that the customer will have to go through before we can, of course, finalize some of these additional things, such as like A2P and different aspects there. But then we're going to go through the client account setup, making sure their account's set up, they got a phone number, we got the right snapshot put into the system for the reviews. Then the team will run a test internally, make sure we have that done, and then we schedule an onboarding call. Now, we will schedule that onboarding call once we both have the things. The customer has the stuff they need done, we have the stuff we need done, and then we get on there to run a live test with them, just walk them through how it's going to work. And then if there's anything they want to adjust before we officially go live, we can. And then from there, it's done, and then it goes through the repeatable process. Now, again, every service you provide is going to have a different type of onboarding process that you're going to have to figure out, for you, what that looks like. Now, for what we're doing here, specifically around the review system, it's a very simple thing, right? They gotta fill out the form, submit their details. We gotta help them set up email, phone, get that integrated. So we'll have some different videos and things that we need them to do. And if they need help along the way, they'll know where they can go get support. And then the team will set up the side that they need to set up, make sure everything's good to go. And then realistically, within about 2 or 3 days, turnaround time, we have everything ready to go for the customer. So again, I wanted to show you this. This is just day one. We're mapping things out. So that way, then we can go build out the actual system in High Level. And I'll show you that here tomorrow in day 2 as we're starting to build these things out and what the actual systems, the workflows, the pipelines, the things like that start to look like to be able to manage these different flows. So overall, again, just wanted to show you this. This is how we go about mapping stuff out. The system we're using is called Whimsical. You don't have to use Whimsical. There's plenty of platforms out there that allow you to build this. I mean, you can actually technically build this if you have Zoom. I think Zoom has a whiteboard feature. I think even ClickUp technically does as well. But I have just Whimsical's built for this. it's what we've been using for a long time. And so it's just what we do. So this is how we go about mapping things out. Tomorrow, you'll start to see how we actually are building the stuff. But yeah, we will plan on seeing you guys tomorrow. We look forward to it. All right, guys. So we are at the end of day one. We're just going to basically go over and recap, what TJ is going to recap what he did today, and I'll recap what I did today. Obviously, you kind of saw the ins and outs of some of the stuff we were doing earlier in the video. TJ was recording some of the different things he was doing. Obviously, that wasn't the full day. We tried to clip that down as much as we could, but ultimately, we just want to come here, end of this video. Like I said, just a quick recap, kind of fill you in. Again, what we're doing it, why we're doing it, and again, showing you guys 0 to 10K with a GHL SaaS agency. So, I guess TJ, you wanna kick us off, and you can just walk through your day and what was going on.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Cade. So today was awesome. Day one, right? Kind of the launch of everything. Really got to kind of dive in and see how this works. We actually got a little bit of traction on some stuff already, which is super cool. As you guys kind of saw earlier in the video, is we were building the list on the fly, right? It's like, hey, we're building the list and then we're going and attacking and doing the things that we need to do. Obviously, like commenting on any post and then replies on comments, adding value where we can, right? And then doing the 10 value posts across 10 different groups on that batch. But we're still building the list, right? It's day one. We had a lot on our plate, but that's okay. Like, hey, we're showing you guys raw and real, and we're super excited to show you guys that. As far as, I'll just kind of finish the list over the next day or two. That way it's built out for every week when we're going to it and hitting it. But also the touch points, the likes and comments on the Facebook business pages. I showed you guys how you can, search for those pages, punch in different cities and find those different companies. And then also just switching over and looking at Google, making sure if they do have a Google or seeing how many reviews they have. As you guys saw in the video, we saw a company. I was like, oh, they don't have very many likes or follows on Facebook, but they have 3,500 4.9 stars on Google. They're a good company, man. They're kicking butt, which is great. But you know what? We didn't see too many of those today, right? And there's not a lot of those out there. So just excited to really dive in and help a lot of these businesses, guys, because we already got some traction on some things. Like we've already started some DMs and stuff, which is fantastic, man. That's what we're here to do. So day one was huge. I'm excited. And you know what I'm more excited about? Day two.
Yeah, because we're going to start seeing compound effect too, which is ultimately the consistency and discipline behind what we're doing. And then also too, just like we've talked about it, once the initial foundation of building a list and having the rhythm, what might have taken 5-6 hours today, will be cut down maybe 2-3 hours, and then more and more and more is like we start to process stuff out too. So yeah, that compound effect is really going to start kicking in, and I'm excited. I believe that we should have our first sale by the end of the week. It's day one, but I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to go do it. And so, and then, from my side, obviously, I was showing you guys more behind the scenes of the operations and systems and actually mapping out what we got to build inside of our high level account with the pipelines for tracking and nurturing and the automations and different things like that. And now keep in mind that those systems will continue to grow as the business grows and will evolve. But the first thing that we're doing is we're mapping out the baseline functionality of, which again, like you guys saw in my video from earlier, where the stuff I was doing, all right, we have our pipelines for leads, we got our pipelines for customers. How do we make sure that we're building automations for, bringing those new leads into the system, nurturing those leads with automations, moving them down the pipeline to booking sales calls, and basically all the stuff on the back end that helps assist with making sure we take a lead, so what TJ is doing is the outreach, being the face of the company, the front of the company, and then being able to take those leads that he's getting, and then bringing them into the system, whether it's by getting them on a sales call and booking an appointment, or maybe there's just a new lead reaches out to us via one of the platforms that we'll end up having in place. And then how do we take that from lead then to customer, but then also make sure that the customer is having a good experience when they actually do onboard with us, right? Because first thing we got to do, like you're seeing with what TJ's doing, is we got to get out there and we got to let people know we exist. TJ's, already crushing that day one, as you already saw earlier in the video. But then we got to take it from getting exposure with the marketing that we're doing, which right now is just straight guerrilla marketing. It's all organic, no paid ads behind this whatsoever. And then we got the marketing side, and then we're going to be jumping into the sales side, right? So then TJ's going to get on some sales calls and sell some people. But then from there, once he sells that deal, we got to have the systems to be able to support onboard and make that experience for the customer, right? So like we have the product, we know the product we're going after, which obviously is getting customers into our Savage Systems GHL. And TJ, I don't know if you talked about this in your video earlier today, but I know the first thing our goal is to go get is just something simple, which is some customers that we can go generate reviews for, right? Super simple.
Yes.
Help them get more reviews, right? Because that's a service that anybody can go offer. You don't have to have a ton of technical skills. You don't necessarily have to know how to do marketing, right? Or run ads or how to build a website or be creative. Like going and helping local businesses get reviews is, it's a very simple thing. That is a very, I shouldn't say easy, but a simple thing that you can learn how to set up and do, right? So we're going to be starting with one of the more simplistic things here. Obviously, we do have knowledge and skills that we've developed on websites and ads and other things like that, which we will, I'm sure we'll find some customers around that as well along the way. But ultimately, our goal is to show you how we do the marketing, how we get the sales, how we build the systems to then onboard and sell the products and services that we're doing. So, day one's in the bag. And obviously, I don't have all the systems built out. We just walked through the mind map today. But here over the next few days, just like TJ talked, he's going to be continuing to build out the list on the sales side. And I'm going to continue to be building out the back-end systems, and so the only other thing that I would say from my side is that if you don't have a business partner, right, like you don't have someone to go tag team this with, just know that that's okay, right? It's not a big deal, right? We all have different things going on, right? Like even for myself, I got multiple companies that I own that I got employees and team members with my other companies that I still got to make sure, are good on a daily basis. So, and you may have a job, right? You guys watching this, you might have a job, your family, wife, kids, right? Like I got a wife and a little one on the way. TJ's married. He's got a spouse as well. And so we're just, our goal is to show you raw, real, and go build this, man. So
let's do it, man. Hey, you guys, thanks for following along day one. Like, hey, make sure below, hit the like, subscribe button. You guys are going to just see more of the raw and real stuff, the day to day. But, I'm just pumped to be able to show this to you guys because, I talked about it earlier in the video is like, Kate and I don't come from like anything special, right? We don't have rich parents or anything like that. Like we're just a couple normal guys that have built some really cool things in the past. And now we're able to do it in a cool system and show you guys how it's done. So I'm just pumped, man. Let's go.
100%. So day one's in the bag. Stay tuned for day two tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll see you guys at day two.
Sir, see you guys.